Hi, this is Jonathan with Couch to Paleo, a new series of videos for people who are just starting out on becoming more paleo. This is part of my six-part series on uh, the 6 stages of caffeine withdrawal. This is for people who have a really hard time with caffeine, are totally addicted to it, and it's derailing their lives. So in this stage, I'm just about to kick off giving up coffee. This is my last cup of coffee here, and I have mixed feelings. It's a love-hate relationship. Don't feel uh, too much in love with it at this point. It's been 10 years of trying to quit. So let's take a sip. Nice, right. But looking forward to being free of it. And I've come up with a bunch of things that you should be doing in this first period, which I call the Twilight Zone, which is before your headaches start, when you're starting to feel weird, you're starting to feel tired. It will probably start hitting tomorrow. I'm quitting cold turkey, and I typically am having a cup of tea first thing in the morning, then a cup of coffee, then maybe more tea during the day, during the morning, then a cup of coffee after lunch, and that's usually like my normal routine right now. And I'm going to be going to no tea and no coffee starting tomorrow morning. And here are the 7 strategies of things that I feel, if you're similar to me, that you should be doing before the headaches start in the twilight zone. Okay, so for these 7 strategies, let me just go through them quickly. The first is I suggest quitting coffee on a Thursday. Why do I suggest that? Well, your twilight zone will probably last through a good part of Friday, and your headaches will start towards the end of Friday. They may start earlier, they may start later, but the bulk of your really bad headaches and nausea are going to be hitting during the weekend. So that's the reason for that. Two is get painkillers, and I suggest staggering painkillers. So I have Advil, and this is the generic brand of Tylenol from Costco. I have a big container because of all the headaches that I've been getting. So you can stagger these back and forth so that you've got painkillers at a much of the time, and it'll help. They sometimes don't work so well with the caffeine headache. I mean, they may only give you a couple of hours relief. The next thing, number 3, is magnesium. So you can get, this is a smaller container of magnesium, only cost me $4 from Bartell Drugs. So that should do you fine. I mean, and I suggest going on double doses of this during the headache. So double the recommended amount during the headache, and then you can taper that down when you're still dealing with fatigue later, and just take the recommended amount, because you are going to be short of magnesium when you quit caffeine. There's lots of that on other videos, and you can read up on it. The other thing is being really hydrated. I'm going to use regular filtered water from my home, but if you have access, go and get some really nice spring water. Get some Evian, get a whole bunch of bottles of it. Treat yourself. You're going to be suffering, so just really get a ton of water. And then these things, they're taken by people who have electrolyte problems sometimes with, irregular heartbeats and things like that. You can get them on Amazon. They're called Noon, but they give you electrolytes, and they'll help you stay really well hydrated. They're taken by people when they do sports, and I highly suggest this, because you're just going to try and flush out a bunch of stuff from your body. So there's that. Fifth is workout, and for this stage it's really counterintuitive when you're going through the headaches. As soon as, even in the twilight zone, you're going to want to start doing workouts. I'm going to do a yoga class. Is what my plan is for tomorrow. If I don't make that, it's going to be going on the treadmill or something like that, enough to build up a good sweat. Then when the headaches start, I want to try and do more intense. So something really intense that will break through the pain of the headache. Whatever your intensity level is appropriate for you, everyone has their level. But intensity is good when you're in the pain, because it will help you flush it out, and just it'll help you break through the pain of the headache. And then, so that's something to schedule, because you're planning now, because you're going to be in not a good state. So you want to plan during this stage right now. And then the other thing is clear your calendar. Again, planning. Do you have some huge commitment that's going to hit right when you have a headache during the weekend? Look now, while you can, and kind of schedule stuff so that you don't have too much going on. And last of all, even after you're through the headaches, you're not going to be yourself. You're going to be really tired. So think clearly while you still have energy, and plan what your strategy is for some of those later stages. I will be sharing some of that, but just think through what you would need to do to help yourself when you're very, very tired, that kind of thing. That's it from me, and I will be updating as the Twilight Zone progresses until I hit the headache phase. with a couple of later sections in this video. So it's 9:30 in the morning, the day after I quit coffee. It's been 20 hours since I had my last caffeine, and did not have the tea that I normally would have when I woke up, did not have the coffee I normally would have for breakfast. Um, I'm already starting to feel the beginnings of a headache, much earlier than I expected. I had kind of a feeling of tiredness most of the morning. So far, I get up at about 6, and was also kind of cranky, on edge, end of tether, just really not feeling great at all. I don't know if it's psychological because I just know that I'm not going to be getting my caffeine. And then just surprised at how early this headache is coming. So I just took some Tylenol and going to be taking an Advil in about 3 hours, and I'm going to go on to filming the next stage of withdrawal, which is the headaches. It hasn't really hit in full force. It's just starting to, but the Twilight zone was very short. Oh, one more thing, I did end up going last night and getting a whole bunch of spring water. So I've been hydrating like crazy, drinking a lot of that, and I took magnesium pills this morning as well. But yeah, it doesn't feel like great.